What's up, my broskies? Should you pre-order, should you buy MXGP 2020? Okay, so I would say that if you were really smart about it, you would wait, all right? You would wait until the game actually comes out and people like me, some of these other real talking dudes get their hands on it. Actually, wait, I'm the only real talking dude in this motocross review industry. Whoa, wake up call, wake up call. So basically, you wait until I get the game, right? I make my review on it, you watch my review, then you can get your sort of, if you want to buy it, thing like that, right? You definitely need to wait for this MXGP 2020. At least I think personally, I think it's one you need to wait for. Now, if you're just absolutely, screaming over your titties to get the game, then I guess you can pre-order it if you just absolutely want to, but it's certainly, like, for the mass general population, I wouldn't do it. Of course, I have to get the game to review it and make content on it and stuff like that, but I'll let you know ASAP, pronto, ASAP, Rocky. I'll let you know as soon as I get the game and make the review on it. I'll try to give you as most honest opinions about it, not hold anything back, not get caught up in this little, fairy tale land honeymoon stage, sugarcoating everything. Nothing's really that bad. Oh my God, look at the new elevation on the track editor. Let's ignore all these other negatives, right? I'm not going to get caught up in that. I'm going to try to give you the real talk on the gameplay. I'm going to try to give you the real talk on the changes from the filling of the bike from Supercross 3. I'm going to try to give you the real talk on what really has been added to the track editor and what's like just kind of copy and pasted from the games before. All these things really need to be said. Like, there's just so many people that come out here and review these games, and I swear it's not even really a review, man. That's what I'm saying. I don't see how, you can disagree with the opinions that I've had on it, but you can never say that I have this politically correct, sugarcoat everything, try not to offend anybody. At least I'm giving you some kind of an opinion on it, right? That's up for you to decide if you think it's, if you agree with that opinion or not. It's kind of whatever on that, There's going to be varying levels of how hardcore you are at motocross games and how many different motocross games you've played. That's going to really change, your opinion on if you agree with my opinion or not, how casual you are, your age, how much you played like simulators, all those things kind of come together to change and warp your opinion differently from what mine is, and that's okay. But you got to understand, a lot of these people that do these reviews on these games, they're not even really giving you an actual opinion. They're not. They're just not. There is so many of those guys that did not mention any of these negative things with the first Supercross game. It's as if they go with the crowd, right? You see this a lot with YouTubers nowadays. They're scared to go against the grain. They just, whatever, that first Supercross game had so much hype around it. So many people thought it was going to be the greatest game ever. The graphics looked amazing and all this kind of shit. So I feel like a lot of YouTubers just got this mentality of well, I really can't talk about the negatives. I really can't talk about the physics. I really can't talk about it not having a free ride track at all. I can't talk about all these other things like content and the shit ass hit a button play an animation whip system. I feel like a lot of them got caught up in that, oh my God, the backlash I would get if I actually was truly 100% honest about that, right? You got a lot of them that went down that road. I didn't go down that road. I just told it like it was, no matter the hype level around the game, how many people were excited about it. People were going to defend that first Supercross game no matter what the fuck the actual gameplay was like. That didn't even matter, because it had been so long since we had an official Supercross game. It literally didn't even matter. That game was going to sell off of the title and the graphics alone. The title, graphics, and official riders. That was it. That was enough to sell that game like hotcakes, right? So my point being, though, is I wasn't scared, dog. I told you exactly what I thought. My opinions still hold to this day on every single thing I've ever said. Not just about those games, but ever. about anything. Yes, there's times I over-exaggerate to try to make you laugh a little bit. There's times I try to, make it a little bit comedic and shit like that. Some of you guys take some of my, videos a little too seriously. Yes, there's times I'm being serious, but also there's a lot of times I'm being sarcastic, over-exaggerating, trying to make you laugh, So, but my point being, though, is when this MXGP 2020 game comes out, you can bet on me. You can bet on my opinions at least being at least looking at it in somewhat of a critical way, right? That's what a review is. You have to look at it in a critical way. So, I'm really going to be able to see how it stacks up to the feeling of Supercross 3. We're going to take a look at the terrain deformation system and improvements and things on that. I don't really think that's going to get a lot of improvements. We're going to try to take a look at the way the game is on the PlayStation 5 and then on PC. We're going to take a look at the multiplayer. Going to take a look at the free ride compound, how that matches up to the previous ones, right? So I'm just letting you guys know I will be getting MXGP 2020 the day it comes out. I will be making a review video on it ASAP, pronto, ASAP, Rocky. So, I would wait. This is one of those games, looks very lacking in actual new features. It really is all in what they decide to do with that track editor. That's going to make a big difference because that really is the only main real new feature to the game from what I'm seeing. So if they just blow that track editor out of the water, it's amazing. It's 100 new module pieces, all kinds of different elevation shit, object placing, tree placing, tough block placing, all this different, pre-made inside ruts and, motocross module. If it's got all that kind of stuff, it could be pretty decent. But, and if they carry over some of those physics from Supercross 3, but, just make it a little bit better and not worse, we'll see how that goes. But, yeah, I'm just saying, this is certainly one that if I was, general population motocross gamer, before I had ever gotten on YouTube, I would wait. I would wait on this one. Don't be in too much of a rush to go out there and spend your money because there is a chance, a fairly decent chance, that it's going to come out and just be not even really a new thing at all. It's just barely an improvement, like MXGP 2019.5. You know what I mean? And if it's like that, then there's really no reason to buy it. To be completely honest with you, there's so many other games you could spend your money on, like MX Bikes, MX Simulator. If you don't already have those games, there's a lot of other things you could spend your money on than another milestone game that's not really that much of an improvement. So all I'm saying, point of this video, wait on my review. I'll get it out as soon as I can, give you the real talk on it. Then you can make your decision, all right? So even if you agree or disagree with a lot of my opinions on these milestone games, doesn't really matter. You still might as well wait on somebody that's going to go in here and be critical of it and talk about it like it needs to be talked about and not scared to say things about it, right? And if it's great, if it's an amazing game, I'll come out and say it, just like I did with Supercross 3. Right? A lot of you boys thought I was incapable of being positive about a milestone game. Ah, damn. Gotcha. Gotcha with Supercross 3 because they finally actually made solid improvements to the physics and the feeling on the bike and the whip system and the content. They actually made a decent improvement. Oh, wow. Wow. Okay, yeah, now Spencer's actually being positive because the game's actually making improvements. It's kind of crazy, isn't it? It's kind of crazy how that works, right? A lot of you boys have just gotten so... You've gotten so caught up in this whole milestone corporation and the way they do things that, they make every single one of their newer games look like so much of this new thing. Oh my God, the graphics fool the shit out of you. The official riders and everything, they do a lot of tactics, a lot of big marketing tactics to try to make their games look like this next new big thing. And a lot of times it just hasn't really been that. And some occasions actually went backwards with the MXGP 2019 and MXGP Pro, right? So, but either way, somebody's got to come out here and give you the real talk. you know, I'll lose a subscriber if it means me being real about it and giving you the real opinion on it. I'll sacrifice that. Like, it's okay. You know, a lot of YouTubers won't sacrifice that. So it's to each their own, but, you know, there's varying levels of how somebody wants to review something and how somebody gives opinions on something, you know. Some people have a super filter. Some people have literally they could be like one of those fake politicians. I swear to God, that's how political they get with some of the things they make videos on. It's crazy. I've seen it forever, man. So it's like, you know, they're not really thinking like that. You know, if it was, you know, face-to-face, one-on-one, you was talking to them, just chilling, and they knew they weren't being recorded, you know they would be bursting out all other kind of opinions and what they will actually come in there and say on a video. I just give it to you exactly like I'd be talking to anybody. Like I'd be not even talking on camera, you know, on the mic. That's exactly how I do it on the mic. That's exactly how I say it, you know, in the videos is exactly how I would say it no matter what. No filter, no sugarcoating, no bullshitting. Real opinions, man. It's kind of sad that that's hard to find nowadays. It really is. It is hard to find real opinions. You'll find a lot of neutral opinions. You'll find a lot of positive opinions, but to find real, you know, critical, actual saying it like it is, man, it's a delicacy nowadays. I'm just telling you. So, either way, appreciate you guys watching all the videos. Later, bros.